Welcome to the demonstration of the 360 soil scan. My name is Ben Munson and I'm a technician with FarmQA. Starting out with our soil scan, there's really three main parts. First would be the iPad, and this is truly the brains of the operation. Next is the mixing station, which consists of a small motor in this box and a paddle which rotates when the motor is engaged. The third part would be the actual sensor. So if you look closely on this soil scan or your own, you'll see that there are multiple tips to the soil scan. And this is actually what reads the nitrate levels. The next step in preparing your 360 soil scan to take a soil sample reading is to open up the 360 soil scan app. The first page will walk you through what you need to do to prepare your soil scan. Now that our soil scan is prepared, we can begin testing soil samples on our machine. The first step in doing this is to make sure we are on the Analyze tab within the 360 soil scan app. If you are in the Analyze tab, you can start by reading the instructions on the screen, which will run you through what I'm about to tell you. Number one, you're going to grab your soil scan and your sample, and you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to use the scoop provided to get 2 full scoops of soil, just simply 2 level scoops. Once you have the scoops, place them in the 5-ounce Dixie cup. Now that we have our samples prepared, we can start by placing the sample on the mixing station. Again, this is done by pulling back the lever action stage, placing the sample over the mixing paddle, and then releasing the stage. At that point, you can click Mix Soil. This will begin to pull water from the storage tank and release it into the cup. Again, the idea here is that we're creating a 1-to-1 ratio between soil and water. At this point in time, we can enter in any field information you'd like into the 360 soil scan app. To do this, you click on any given field. So for example, I clicked on Farmer and I'll click Add. Let's say I label this as Test. After the mixing station is completed creating a soil slurry with the soil and water that was in the cup, you can then remove the sample from the mixing station. And also remove standard solution from the sensors. And then place the soil sample onto the sensor. After the sample is in place, you can come back to our 360 soil scan app and click the button in the bottom right corner that says Start Reading. At this point, the soil scan will give us a real-time reading of what the nitrate level is in the sample. And then we can also continue to enter in data information if we do not complete that during the mixing process. To get pounds per acre results, we need to enter in a sample core length and core depth. So in my instance, I'm going to put 6 inches in both. And after doing so, we will also get the addition of pounds per acre result. After your 360 soil scan is done taking its reading, you will see the data displayed in the iPad in the top right corner. As you will see, it displays in parts per million, pounds per acre, or pounds per acre. We can then save these results by clicking Test another sample, which then brings us back to the first step. So for cleaning the device, we need to take our soil sample, remove it from the sensor shelf, grab our squirt bottle filled with distilled water. Now if you're in an office setting or maybe a shop workbench, you might want to put down a towel below the sensor shelf to absorb some of the water while cleaning. But when cleaning these tips, we just simply spray water onto the sensors and let the water drip down into our towel underneath. We then take a second towel and we start cleaning around the sensor. Know that I can't damage the sides of the tips. But now, after that's done, I see that there's no soil remaining on the outsides of the tips. I then clean the bottom of the sensor, which is where which is where the actual sensor is and where the reading is being taken. So this is the important part. So I start by spraying water up on each one of the sensors. And then when I go to clean off the water, I start with a dabbing motion and make sure that there's no horizontal movement, but yet it's just straight up and down. After doing that, you're done cleaning, and so place your solution back onto the sensor shelf. You can also spray down your mixing paddle. As you can see, I still have some residual soil here. So I spray that down, and the mixing paddle itself is very durable, so you can work a little harder around the paddle itself. Once that is clean, we're ready for a second soil sample. So we go back to our 360 Soil Scan app, and we click the bottom right button that says Test on Another Soil Sample.